Hey everybody, it's me, Jen. I am doing some late night crafting tonight, and I've decided to do a little research for you, if you will. So this is my Cricut Explore Air. This is right about, I think, a year old is how long I've had this one. And this is the brand new Cricut Explore Air 2. This one just came out, and I just got this one about a week and a half ago. The difference between the two machines is that this one comes in some really cool colors, including this mint green, but also this machine has a fast mode. So back in March when I was doing Brighton's birthday party, I used my Cricut Explore Air, this one, to do his birthday invitations, and I thought it was the best thing in the world. I was just able to create the invitation on the Cricut, and then I set it to go to work. I had 25 invitations to do. I thought I'd let the machine do all the work. Unfortunately, it took forever. I gave it quite a bit of detail, not like hard detail, but a lot of words. It had all the invitation information on it, and it took forever. So when they released the Cricut Explore Air 2 and said that it had a fast mode, I was really excited about it. The fast mode works for things that aren't real detailed. You don't want to use it if you're doing something really tiny or that has like a lot of swirls and stuff like that, especially for cutting. But for drawing, it's awesome, and it should really help with things like doing birthday invitations. So I've got both my mats set up. They both got a 8.5 by 11 sheet of light cardstock on them. I also wanted to show you really quick. See the corner up here? Mine aren't new, but see the corner? It says light grip. The other thing that's awesome about Cricut is they've come out with 3 different mats. So now they have a light grip mat, my camera doesn't want to focus, a standard grip, and then the heavy grip or strong grip, I believe is what they call it. And it's awesome. I haven't had to worry about destroying my cardstock, or at the same time having things like the glitter iron on vinyl not stick because it's not as sticky as it needs to be. So that's one thing to really pay attention to when you're doing your projects, is up here in the right hand corner, paying attention to what it says up there. They're also each a different color. Blue is the light grip, green is the standard grip, and then purple is the strong grip. So it took me not very long, I think, to remember which one was which, so I could even just tell my kids, hey, go grab me a blue mat or go grab me a green mat. Okay, I've got everything set up. As you can see, both machines are flashing. They're ready to load. So I'm gonna load them both. Here's one. And here's the other. Now we're gonna cross our fingers that my markers both work really well. They've been sitting in here for a couple of minutes, and I'm hoping that doesn't dry them out. And then, so now they're both flashing the little Cricut C, so that they're to tell us that they're ready to cut. In order to be able to push cut at the same time on both of them, I'm gonna have to seriously zoom in on this one. So give me 1 second and we'll push go. On our mark, get set, go. Okay, here they go. They're both loaded and they're going to town. So this one's going in fast mode, and you can kind of see, like if I hold it like this, maybe you can see how much faster it's moving. So this is a little coloring page that Cricut has just in their design space. It was created by one of their designers. It's just called the Raven coloring page. I think it's cute. It'll be fun to put out the kids' spots, their dinner spots on Halloween. So it gives them a little something to do while they're waiting for dinner to be served, or if they get done before everybody else does, while they're waiting to do all of their trick-or-treating, getting candy. So see how much farther along this one is? It is just flying. Now, I probably should have paid attention to how much time I had already used on the video when I started, to see how much longer it takes for this one, the original Cricut Explore Air, to finish its drawing compared to the new fast mode of the Cricut Explore Air 2. Okay, so this one's doing the bird, the raven. And this one isn't even there yet. It's not even started on the bird. There it goes. Now it's starting the bird. And this one's pretty much done with the bird. So you can see how much faster it's going. So the Cricut Explore Air and the Cricut Explore Air 2 has double housing. So you can see here where it has the A and the B. So I'm able to have a pen in at the same time as I have my blade in. If you have, I believe the original Cricut I can't remember if the original Cricut Explorer has double housing. I think it does. But the Cricut Explore 1, I think is what it's called, it only has one housing, and that's fine. Like it does everything that these ones do. The difference is if you're doing writing or anything that you want to have scoring or things that need a second tool, then you have to change it out. The machine will stop and tell you that you need to, do something else. So this way I can just have the pen in the housing A, and then the blade is still in housing B, and it will cut at the end. So at the end of this, and this one over here is getting close, when it gets to the end, it will cut out around the whole shape so that you just have a nice little coloring page to use. The fun thing about these is that you can do one and then just make copies if you need multiple copies. Like I'm helping out with the kindergarten Halloween party. So say we decided to do a bingo or something like that, or even just these coloring pages, I could create the one and then have the school just make copies of it for all of the other kids to be able to use. But it's a fun way to do like individual coloring sheets or individual things for the kids to have in their classrooms. We could have something that specifically said their kindergarten teacher's name or their, oh look, so we're cutting out now. Switch to housing B. So at 7 minutes, 39 seconds, this one's done. You can see the whole picture, and then where it's cut all along the edge, or all around the thing. It's kind of shining from the light. So there you go, you can see it's got the raven, it's got a graveyard in the background, and some skulls, which I'm sure will make all the kids happy, because it seems like skulls nowadays go hand in hand with them. So that one's done, and here this one's still chugging along. It's still doing outside detail stuff, it looks like. So you can see that it's the same, like it's the same image, and doing the quick cut doesn't seem to have really affected anything. I don't notice any differences in the detail. But like I said, this is a coloring page, so everything has some space between it and stuff, which is what the software says is good to do with the fast mode. So this one's cutting out now. I'm just gonna keep track of it so you can see exactly how much longer this one took. Okay, at 9:07, this one is done. So it took, what is that, like a minute and 20 seconds longer to do. So you can see, it's hard to not judge too much based on the marker. I had to use a different marker in each, so the one's a little bit thicker, so it's showing it a little bit better. But side by side, you can see that it has all the same details. So this is the one that was cut with the Cricut Explore Air in the slower, and it's got like space in the RIP, and you can see around the eye and stuff really well. So over here, you've got the exact same, even though it went a lot faster, you still got your space in there. And like I said, I think this marker might be a tiny bit thicker, but even if it's not and they're the same, like the pictures are the same. I don't feel like anything was lost by doing the fast mode. So the program says for fast mode not to do anything really detailed. So you don't want anything with a lot of swirls, especially if you're cutting out anything with teeny tiny little pieces. And I would guess also you don't want anything, you don't want to do it if you're using thicker material. So if you're cutting out like iron-on vinyl or maybe like a poster board or even the thicker cardstock and stuff, you're going to want to use the standard mode so that it has plenty of time to cut all the way through. But so here's our finished project. I think it looks pretty good, and that kind of gives you an idea if you're deciding between the two. If you're deciding between the Cricut Explore Air or the Cricut Explore Air 2, then you know that with fast mode, if it's something that you would want to be using for a lot of drawing or a lot of quick and simple projects, if you're going to be using it for something where you need to cut out a lot of circles, things like that, I would say the fast mode is definitely going to speed you up and allow for you to get a lot more projects done in a less amount of time. So there you are. I think they're both awesome. I have loved having the Cricut Explore Air, and I'm so excited for the opportunity to do some projects with the Cricut Explore Air too. So thanks for watching and have an awesome night.